You're going to win your division. He could win the NFC, and you have the storyline. Like, Mike McDaniel is second, and I think that's the race right there. It's Dan and Mike McDaniel. And Mike McDaniel has the storyline too, but man, like, you look at the talent on each side. Obviously, offensively, the Dolphins have a ton of talent. But we haven't seen the Lions. I mean, people are arguing this is the best team we've seen in our lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he has the storyline. And not that Coach of the Year matters, right? Like, of course, Super Bowl matters. Winning games matters. I get all that. But just for Dan to receive the credit I think he deserves, because you look at some of these top 10 coaches that these lists that come out, I have not seen Dan on really any of these lists. And it actually kind of pisses me off because I think he's a damn good head coach. And I think winning the Coach of the Year award would solidify that amongst, not just for Dan, because I'm sure he doesn't care, but across the NFL. Like, Dan Campbell's here, and he's here to stay. So give him that damn Coach of the Year award. Send it to his house.
Yeah, we're actually agreeing a lot today on this one because Dan Campbell, you know why he should win Coach of the Year this year over anybody? Because he has done the best coaching job of any head coach in the entire NFL, regardless of situations, regardless of what they did last year. What if I told you, to kind of quote the 30 for 30 narrations, what if I told you that in the first 6 games of this season, Amon-Ra St. Brown, their best offensive player, would miss a game. David Montgomery would miss a game and parts of 2 others and is going to miss more going forward. Brian Branch, arguably your defensive MVP, would miss 2 games. Taylor Decker, their starting left tackle, one of their mainstay players for many, many years, a top-end left tackle in the NFL, would miss multiple games. Both guards would miss the last game. Vaitai would basically miss most of the season, and Jonah Jackson would miss a game. Jahmyr Gibbs, their first pick from this year's draft, the rookie running back, would miss 2 games. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, a man who was tied for the NFL lead in interceptions last year, was expected to be a major contributor to this Lions team, would basically have a lost season. James Houston, the guy who last season was second among rookies in sacks with 8 in 7 games, would basically up to this point be having a lost season. Kirby Joseph, the man who forced 6 turnovers as a rookie last year, including 3 interceptions of Aaron Rodgers in 2 wins over Green Bay, would miss a couple of games this year. Emmanuel Mosley, prayers out to him, a very, very sad story, would basically have a completely lost season, come back from injury, and 2 plays later get another season-ending injury. All of that would happen. What would you think the Lions' record would be after 6 games?
To be honest with you, before I had them at, through 6 games, just about 500.
500?
Yeah, if not 4-2.
And with all of those...
But 5-1 I did not see.
And they've done that despite all of those injuries. And to me, that's coaching. That's the next man up mentality that Matt Broder was talking about. Because the Lions, to me, I know they've got a lot of depth. They don't have the high-end talent of the Eagles. They don't have the high-end talent of the 49ers. They don't have the high-end talent of the Bills. But what they do have is depth and a belief in each other and a coaching staff that is getting the absolute best out of every single one of the players that comes in with the whole next man up thing.